Hey everyone, I'm coming undone as you see, but that is intended. I'm looking like a Neanderthal, but I want to talk about them today too, because um, I want to talk about men, where we come from, and what the purpose is, maybe something like that. I think nowadays we live in our box. We created our box, like look at our houses, they look like boxes. Cars are another kind of boxes, and these things isolate us from nature, from where we come from. Also clothes, we wear high-tech clothing if necessary, and all these things steal the connection to nature. Shoes, the modern shoes make us walk different than we would walk when we were bare feet, and this is obviously too just something in between us and the ground, a thick sole. And I could recommend try out bare feet shoes, but everything that you do it self-responsive, and think about it. Get as much information as you can. If you just buy them and wear them all day and you get issues with your knees, then you did it wrong, baby. You have to be self-responsive. This means responsible. This means think about what you do. Start slow. Yeah, I don't have to tell you. You have to do it on your own. That's the essence. There is no recipe for it. And we use things that we don't understand. Can you build a car from scratch? Can you make a Gore-Tex membrane that you wear on your clothes? Can you make a gun and go hunting with it? Can you build a modern house with all the isolation used? Can you make this isolation yourself? Do you understand everything? Do you understand the mobile phone that you use? You know, what I'm saying is, we're using so many things that we don't understand, and this causes a lot of problems, diseases, psychological problems. I mean, let's go back to basics. What makes a human being really happy and satisfied is, in my opinion, in my deep belief, being connected to his environment. I mean, I said we are isolated in our own box, but we have to move out of that box, and then we are rewarded by our body. We have systems, our own opiates, our cannabinoid system, and things like that, that reward us for going out and expose ourselves to our fears, the cold, the heat, and we have to use our whole potential to succeed, and to understand what is our potential, we have to understand ourselves. So, I mean, if I go out in the woods like I am, with nothing, every piece of shit is running faster than me. I can't run down a whitetail. Even if I would get it, it would be hard to kill it with bare hands, but it might be possible. But think about a wild boar, no chance. So what is the strength of the human being? We have got a high endurance, so we could run it down over time if we are very well trained, because an animal can't cool down. If we just always stick to it, find its steps on the ground, follow it, and always keep it running. You have to keep it running and don't lose it, which is not easy, but people can do it if they are skilled and fit. Then you could get this. So we have endurance and we have intelligence. Intelligence helps us to not only rely on our instinct. If the plan goes wrong and we are in trouble, then better follow your instincts, okay? Then it's good to trust them. But if not, you can be brave. You can be. You are like a white-tailed deer out there, and you can walk towards that wolf, towards that lion, and challenge it, because you have this special thing that makes the human a very special animal. And this is facing your fears, and it is very rewarding if you succeed, because then you get that animal on the table. You can make use of every piece of it, you can eat it. And so now we have endurance, intelligence, and we have communication. There is a modern book, a new book, that tells us that the Neanderthals were more intelligent and stronger than Homo sapiens, yet they disappeared. Why is that? And that is because they could not develop a language. They don't have a necessary bone in the tongue, so they can't speak. And that's why the Homo sapiens played with them, you know. They made a plan and said, hey, let's fool these guys. They are stronger than us and they are more intelligent, but hey, we can fool these people. And so if we know the strength that we have, we know what we have to do to have a fulfilled life. We have to use all these things to go according to plan. That's what makes a human being really satisfied and activates everything in yourself, your rewarding system. And I mean, you can get the latest BMW with everything and whatnot, and I will not judge you for that. You can do that. It's a very efficient way to destroy money, and so it's a win-win situation. You can have fun with it and at the same time get rid of all that money that you don't need, and get rid of that thinking that the media might imply you need this to be happy, you need that to be happy, you need that house with always 37-degree temperature, so you don't have to freeze, because that's bad. It's bad to freeze, okay? And then you can jump in the car and it's already warm because you can activate it with your smartphone, and you're using all things you don't understand and they give to you, and you have to buy them and give the money for it, and you're a perfect piece of the machinery, and you will never be happy. You will always chase happiness. You will always put in Facebook, oh, I'm so happy, I'm driving with my new BMW, I'm so cool, you know, all these things. And in that small moment where you put everything down, you feel yourself empty. And this is why I say, go out of that box, leave that box, and find your real position in life. I don't say we are on the same level as animals, you know, I say we are a very special animal. And my message is also, true happiness does not come this or the other way. It is not, you can get happy if you achieve all these material goals, money, cars, almost said something not good to say, and or you find another way to get happy. I think there is only one way, and that is understanding yourself, where you come from. Think about where you come from. If you ask the right questions, you find the answers. Really, it's simple. I mean, we have all the information today available. You can look, how did we develop? We coming from the animal kingdom we develop there, we use same patterns. Everything that we find in ourselves is somewhere there. You can begin at the monkeys because they are our relatives, and you can look at the patterns how animals behave, and there is predators, and there is the animals that run away from the predators, and they all have different patterns. And all these patterns we find in ourselves too, because these are successful concepts, and we have everything in us because we eat everything. So we both have a little bit of the running away thing, and we have a little bit of the hunting thing. So the fight and flight, we can fight and we can flight. So ask the right question, find out where you come from, and get out of your box. Expose yourself to cold. I can only recommend Wim Hof method. He teaches everything you need to know about that, and facing your fears. Go to that mammoth hunt and face that big animal that you want to have, and if you plan it well and act self-responsible, you might get happy and satisfied one day. Welcome to my world.